tools, products, and techniques in this video are intended for use by adult modelers. Anyone under the age of 13 should always have adult supervision when using said tools, products, and techniques.
This week on Painted Plastic.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Painted Plastic. Episode 6 is decals. This kit, it's a little disappointing actually. We got a ton of decals and markings in this kit, but only one water slide, right? And it's the gold, which I understand if you want to put the gold on with a sticker, that the water slide is the way to go. But they gave us 2 sets of gold stickers. These are the foil stickers, right? And if you're going to give me water slides, why do I need, right? That's kind of the way I feel. We got a sticker sheet with all the markings, which of course we're not going to use those. They're stickers and they'd look horrible on the kit, and yeah. So the only thing we got that's really usable, because we did the reverse wash to get the golds. The only thing that's really usable is this this dry rub sheet. So of all of these markings that came with the kit, this is the only one, at least the only one that I want to use. Why couldn't we get these in a water slide? Or, I don't know. So yeah, all of these are just going to go, in a binder somewhere, and I'll keep them for, I don't know what, but I'll hang on to them. These markings, if they came on a water slide, that would have been beautiful. They're great markings. And the weird thing, like these right here go on the shoulder, and they didn't even give us that on the dry rub sheet. So it's just, there's so many markings that we're not going to get to put on the kit unless we maybe track down like a third-party dry rub or water slide, kit. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little disappointing. So, but we've got some dry rubs. We can add some interest with that. And honestly, dry rubs look better than water slides. They have almost no edge around them. Once you gloss coat and all that stuff. But the problem with dry rubs, at least in my opinion, is they are the most unforgiving of any of these, right? Like you can put a sticker on it. If it doesn't look right, you can carefully peel it off, and once you put this down, that's where it is. So it has to be exact the first time. But other than that, they look great. I'm not unhappy with dry rubs. Just, I like water slides. But anyway, let me gather up some pieces. I've got the manual here ready to go. Let me get a few of the pieces that are going to get a dry rub, and we will get it going. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. Got some pieces, right? Let me show you what I got here. Got the instructions, right? And since there's so many decal sheets, there are a few different call outs, right? If you notice, well, let me show you this. Basically what this box here is saying is the stickers have a circle, right? They have a circle. The decals have a diamond, right? And that's what this is telling you here. And then if you look at the decal sheet, see the dry rubs have a diamond, right, with a number. So that's how those are, notated on the diagram, right? The ones with the circle would be stickers from the sticker sheet, and the diamonds are the dry rubs, right? So really, they want you to use all of them. They want you to use both, right? And you can, of course, but I just don't like the way stickers look, So we're not going to use those. For tools, pointy stick, obviously, a cutting utensil.
Be careful with sharp things. They are sharp.
And then I've got a couple of pieces. I figured I would just grab a couple and we could, kind of go through this. So I got, this is the front skirt, right? The left skirt. And it's going to have a little Xeon logo, right? And then this is the back skirt, right? And it's got the 10S logo. So, all right, so let's start on the front skirt here with the little Xeon symbol. That's going to be number 14. So when I'm cutting these, I try to cut them as even with the decal as I can, just because it seems if you have a nice square edge to line everything up, it just seems to be a little easier. There we go. Ooh. And then we want it sort of right in the middle of that panel, but I want it to be, you know, nice and even, and for the most part straight up and down. So I'm just going to kind of set it down. All right, something about like that, I think. And now gently, but, you know, kind of firmly at the same time, I'm going to start pushing around the image itself, right? And really sort of scrubbing it on, right? Not digging into the plastic at all, but certainly putting some pressure on. In fact, you might be able to see a little change in color where I press, where it's sticking to the piece. But make sure you go all over all the little edges. And finally, whew, that did not want to come off. All right, this is going to get number 3. And that is this big one in the corner. So be sure you take the back off. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's just trash. And again, we want it to be as straight as possible, but also be nice and straight up and down when the piece is in place. So, whoops. So set it on. And I'm going to sort of line it up with the, you know, kind of the edge of the one with the edge of that. And there we go. I think that's pretty much got it. So again, light pressure, gently but firmly. Go all over everything. Make sure you get all those little words down there. The little details are hard to get sometimes. But all over, and then hopefully, yep, there we go. That's on there. All right, so I'm going to go off and do the rest of them. As you can see, there's quite a few, but I'm not going to do them all just now. Some go on the weapons. They've got a whole section here of decals that go on the weapons, and there's some that go on the backpack, which I need to get that assembled before I do all that. Possibly, I don't know. I need to take a look at it. But I'm going to go off and do the rest of these, and we will go over to the spray booth next to seal those in, just in case we do any weathering on top of this, which I'm kind of thinking I will. So, yep, let's head over there. Alright everybody, here's all the dry rubs done. I went around and did a few that were on the instructions, and I did a few that weren't on the instructions, just to add a little extra interest, right? Little things like that. Once I got all the dry rubs done, of course we did the pledge clear coat, and that just seals in the decal, protects it from anything we do after this. So that's been done. They're all nice and shiny, and yeah. Except these, I did put some decals on the engines, and they got a matte coat, so they did not get gloss. They got matte. But yeah, so they're all done and ready to go. So I think the next episode we will probably jump onto the weapons, right? These nothing has been done to the weapons yet. They're still just bare plastic. I was gonna do that on this episode and said, nah, I'd rather do decals. So yep, that's what we're gonna get into next. Weapons, bazooka, right? And maybe even do a little on the shield. This is the sort of inner frame of the shield, right? So yeah, that'll be next. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed the dry rubs. Yeah, and stay tuned for episode 7. See you next time.